Hey everyone, welcome back to Tap Tech, where we explore the tech shaping the way we live, create, and connect. If you're into drones or you're just curious about what's coming next in aerial technology, today's video is all about DJI's upcoming drone, the DJI Neo 2. This one has been stirring a lot of buzz, and for good reason. DJI doesn't release drones often without making some real changes. The first Neo was already a compact, easy-to-use drone that gave people solid performance in a small package. Now the question is, how will the Neo 2 raise the bar? Let's dive deep and break down everything we know, what's expected, and what it could mean for you as a flyer or creator. The original Neo earned attention because of its balance between portability and performance. It wasn't the most powerful drone DJI had ever made, but it didn't need to be. It was lightweight, easy to pack, and gave solid footage without needing pro-level skills. For travelers, vloggers, and casual pilots, it hit the sweet spot. But technology never stands still, and DJI knows the competition is heating up. Smaller drones are getting sharper cameras, longer battery life, and smarter tracking features. The Neo 2 is expected to answer all of that, and maybe even pull ahead. The first thing everyone is asking about is the camera. For many pilots, the camera makes or breaks the drone. Rumors suggest the Neo 2 will come with a larger sensor, possibly a 1-inch sensor or something close to that. Compared to the smaller sensor on the original Neo, this is a major leap. A bigger sensor means more light captured, better low-light performance, and higher image quality overall. That could be a game-changer. Imagine flying at sunset or in shaded mountain trails where smaller drones struggle with noise and muddy detail. A larger sensor gives you cleaner shots, richer colors, and more dynamic range. It opens the door to professional-looking content from a drone that doesn't feel intimidating to use. When it comes to video resolution, the Neo 2 is expected to go beyond the limits of the first model. We're hearing about support for 5.7K video at 60 frames per second, which would allow for ultra-sharp footage with plenty of flexibility in post. Oversampled 4K at 60 frames per second is also likely, and even higher frame rates like 120 frames per second in 4K could be on the table for slow motion. That kind of power in a compact drone could make the Neo 2 a favorite for creators who don't want to compromise on image quality. Still photography won't be left behind either. With a bigger sensor, expect higher resolution stills with cleaner detail. HDR shooting, raw capture, and possibly even computational modes like panorama stitching or advanced night photography could be part of the package. But a great camera is useless without solid flight performance. DJI has a strong record here, and the Neo 2 is likely to improve on every major metric. One of the key upgrades being talked about is flight time. The original Neo gave decent battery life, but it left some people wishing for more. For the Neo 2, DJI is aiming for around 40 minutes of maximum flight time under ideal conditions. Of course, we all know real-world flight time is different. Wind, aggressive maneuvers, and video recording eat into those numbers. But even if real use gets you closer to 30 to 35 minutes, that's still a significant improvement. Longer flight times mean less stress about landing, more freedom to plan shots, and fewer batteries to carry around. Another area that looks to be improving is obstacle avoidance. The first Neo was basic compared to DJI's higher-end drones. With the Neo 2, expect to see all-around sensors forward, backward, downward, and possibly side sensors as well. This would give pilots much more confidence flying in complex environments like forests, cliffs, or urban areas. Paired with improved AI algorithms, the Neo 2 could track subjects more reliably, recognize smaller obstacles, and react faster to avoid collisions. For solo creators, this makes features like active tracking more dependable. Imagine setting the drone to follow you while you cycle through trails or surf near the shore, and knowing it won't slam into a tree or lose track. That's the kind of reliability DJI is chasing. Transmission and connectivity will also likely see an upgrade. DJI's OcuSync system is already strong, but Neo 2 is rumored to push it further with lower latency, clearer signal, and stronger range. This means smoother live feeds, even in areas with interference. A solid connection is crucial not just for capturing footage, but also for safe flying. Nobody wants dropouts mid-flight, especially when the drone is hundreds of meters away. Design-wise, DJI knows the Neo series is all about portability. The Neo 2 is expected to stick with a foldable design, keeping it backpack-friendly and lightweight. The challenge will be balancing compact size with added hardware like bigger sensors, larger batteries, and more sensors. DJI has a track record of tight engineering, so it'll be interesting to see how they deliver. Now let's talk about real-world use cases. Who is the Neo 2 for? It's clearly not aiming to replace the flagship drones like the Mavic 3 Pro or Inspire. Instead, it's going after the content creators, travelers, vloggers, and enthusiasts who want great quality without carrying a bulky machine. If you're a traveler who wants cinematic footage from a backpack-sized drone, Neo 2 could be your dream tool. If you're an adventure sports fan who wants a drone to follow you biking, hiking, or kayaking, the combination of longer battery life, stronger tracking, and obstacle avoidance could make it ideal. For beginners, DJI will likely keep the ease of use that made the first Neo appealing. Expect one-tap takeoff, automated quick shots, intelligent flight modes, and simplified editing workflows. That's part of what made the first Neo accessible, and DJI won't want to lose that charm. But no product is perfect, and it's worth looking at the potential limitations. First, weight. Adding a bigger sensor and more hardware could push the Neo 2 past certain regulatory weight thresholds in some regions. DJI will need to keep it as close as possible to 249 grams to avoid mandatory registration in many countries. Whether they can achieve that while packing all these upgrades remains to be seen. Second, heat and battery management. Pushing higher video resolutions, faster frame rates, and longer flights creates more heat and power demand. DJI will have to engineer cooling solutions that keep the drone reliable without making it noisy or bulky. Third, price. With all these expected upgrades, don't be surprised if Neo 2 costs significantly more than the first Neo. The original Neo sat in a sweet spot of affordability. The Neo 2 might inch closer to premium territory, and that could make some people think twice. And finally, while obstacle avoidance will likely be improved, no system is foolproof. Water reflections, glass buildings, wires, and unpredictable objects can still confuse sensors. Pilots will need to stay alert, even with smarter AI. So, let's paint the big picture. The DJI Neo 2 looks like it's going to offer a larger, possibly 1-inch sensor for much better image quality. Higher video specs, including 5.7K recording and advanced slow motion. Longer battery life, targeting up to 40 minutes. Improved all-around obstacle avoidance. Stronger transmission for more reliable flying. A portable foldable design. That combination could make it one of the best compact drones ever released, striking a balance between beginner-friendly simplicity and creator-focused power. If DJI nails the price point, the Neo 2 could dominate its category. If they go too high, some might hesitate and stick with older models. But knowing DJI, they'll want this drone to be as widely adopted as possible. So, should you wait for the Neo 2? If you're thinking of buying a drone right now, it might be worth holding off just a bit. DJI doesn't refresh models often, so when they do, it usually means meaningful upgrades. If you can wait, you'll likely get a drone that lasts you years without feeling outdated. And that's the story so far on the DJI Neo 2. As we get closer to its expected release window, more details will surface, and we'll be here to break it all down for you. If you found this deep dive useful, Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to Tap Tech, and make sure notifications are on so you don't miss updates when the Neo 2 officially drops. Thanks for watching Tap Tech. Fly safe, create bold, and I'll see you in the next one.